what is the progress we've seen in the past few decades, but also what remains to be a really hard barrier to tackle gender-based violence or gender-based crimes in international law.
Gender-based crimes and violence have been part of war since war itself.
I think it was considered a humiliating or degrading act that affects the dignity, at least from World War II, the dignity of men or the country, but not necessarily a crime on its own.
But we've seen a lot of progress. I mean, had the Rome Statute and the establishment of the International Criminal Court, of course, but even before then, in the ad hoc tribunals, so the Rwanda and the former Yugoslavia, these two tribunals, we saw actually really sort of a lot of care taken to pay attention to gender-based crimes. And so we have some incredible jurisprudence that has come out, including acknowledging that men and boys can suffer gender-based crimes, including forced oral sex, things like this, and sexualized torture. Out of the other tribunals that were sort of coming out around that same time, Cambodia, we have finally, many, many years later, after the conflict, the Khmer Rouge regime, we have some jurisprudence about forced marriage, which we also saw in a different way out of the special criminal court that was in the special court for Sierra Leone. So you see different pieces of gender-based crimes coming out and being expressed in different tribunals. And this was hand in hand with sort of the feminist movement, international development work, and legal studies to acknowledge specifically like sexual acts. So you started seeing talk of SGBV, sexual and gender-based violence, to make sure that we weren't fearful of stigma and taboo, that we would ignore the uncomfortable truth that sexualized harm also happens.